Yo, what's good, gang? Today we are going to be talking about how companies have ruined Roblox anime games for everyone. Let's get right into it. First, let's talk about the biggest victim in my opinion, Shinobi Life 2. Now this game was massive when it first released. It was one of the first anime games to ever hit 100k players back when Roblox could barely see numbers like that. I mean, this game was absolutely doing numbers and the quality of the game was peak. I personally remember having so much fun with this game. I remember joining a clan and then becoming the leader of that clan. It was a very fun time that I'll look back on very fondly. But sadly, all good things must come to an end, as the copyright owners to Naruto sadly took down the game. Understandably so though, because they do own Naruto, it's their property, they can do what they want with it. But them doing that absolutely ruined the game for me and a lot of other people. They had to completely rebrand the entire game from scratch. Some seen it as the same game, others just unfortunately did not. The clan I was in dwindled. It went from 20-30 people to 5 or 6. At that point, the game just was not worth playing to me. Every so often, I'll still try to hop on and play what is now known as Shindo Life, but the game has just simply changed too much and I don't find it enjoyable anymore, and I'm sure a lot of you can also relate to this. And this was the case for a lot of really good anime games on Roblox around that time period. Why, you might ask? Well, the short answer is they own it, they can do what they want with it. The second answer is because they weren't making any money off of that. So, with that being said, what did they decide to do? They decided to make their own Roblox anime games. Now, how do we feel about these anime games? They're fucking trash. Let's compare the One Piece game that was made by Netflix on Roblox to something like Blox Fruits. You're not going to be able to. The game is trash. It's not good. Here's some gameplay of that. Yeah, look at that. It's not that good. And if you think it is, well, I think you should go to the doctor. That's a joke. If you enjoy these games, clearly you can enjoy these games. But I just don't, especially compared to games like Blox Fruits, games that are created by the players. Oh, you know, like how Roblox is supposed to be. Because of this, you have really bad Roblox anime games that are starting to pop up. What they now do to avoid copyright is they change the main character's name slightly, or even the side character. And then they make them all simulator games. Once that could be a whole video in itself. Roblox is absolutely filled with shitty ass fucking simulator games. You even now have a new My Hero game that is owned by Crunchyroll. But guess what? If you're broke, you can't play this game. It's paid access. Granted, it's paid beta. But we all know that's their way of saying, hey guys, give us money, come on. Instead of these anime games being filled with passion and love like they used to be, they are now filled with greed and how can we profit off of this? Which I find to be extremely sad to see, especially as someone who has been on Roblox for years. Sure, a lot of you can relate to this. I haven't been able to sit down and play a Roblox anime game for I don't know how long. A lot of them will start good, but then the more you play, the more it's like, hey, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. And it's tragic. I'm fine with a few game passes. I understand they have to make their money, you know, gotta get that drive to keep making games like this. Get your fucking bag, bro. I understand. But when your entire game is a gacha system, like, oh, buy this egg so you can get Naruto Uzumaki. Like, that's so dumb. Get the special swimsuit Hinata pet. And a large part of this is because of the corporations that have copyright striked those games. Because of that, no one wants to put in the time and effort to make those good games anymore. Because when you do, it's a waiting game. What do I need to change? What do I not change? Will this get me copyright striked? So instead of users putting in the time and effort, they script up some bullshit and they get some dude to make all the 3D models real quick and they add a whole pet system because that's what kids love and they know it's gonna make them ask for their parents' credit card information. Then they add a bullshit rarity system that is a guaranteed scam. You're not getting that 0.1%. I miss when I could get on Roblox and play games like Shinobi Life or Bleach New Hope or even Naruto Final Bond back in the day. Anyone remember that? If you do, you're a real OG. Or even back in the day when Swordburst was based off of Sword Art Online. That game was peak back in the day. I mean, the best way to find examples of these games and how good they were was like just look up Roblox anime games. Old goated YouTubers such as IB Main used to play them all the time and review them. Now, I'm not saying these games don't exist at all anymore, but they're just extremely hard to find. And when they do happen to pop up, they tend to not stick around for very long. Sometimes they don't get updates. Other times the updates will ruin the game because they go towards a money making route. 1,000 Robux for 2 spins. I remember back in the day playing this Dragon Ball game. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me because it no longer exists. Yeah, there were very few game passes in this game, and the game passes they did have were affordable enough to where everyone had access to everything. You could work towards for what you wanted in the game, still be on an equal playing field with everyone else even if you didn't have those game passes. It was just purely of, oh, well, if you wanted to go Super Saiyan Rose, guess what? You still have to work for that. You don't get it right away just from buying it. And the person who worked towards getting Super Saiyan Blue is equal to you. It's there purely for cosmetic. Today's Roblox is just filled with greed, and it's just tragic. Anyway, if you guys have any anime games that don't fall under the category of greed, or purely for profit, or a simulator, or a goddamn tycoon, feel free to share it with me. I'd be more than happy to talk about it, or even play it. Also, when I do find a game that doesn't seem to be filled with greed, it almost always has a game pass that is like thousands of Robux, and it just becomes pay to win. Like, oh, I can pay to have the best class, best rank, and best form in the entire game? That's wild. And I just feel like it all started at when companies started copywriting things or dipped their feet into Roblox. Now, I know the greed has always been on Roblox to a degree, but I feel like these past few years it's gotten way worse. I mean, even current day Shindo has ways that you can pay to win, after they promised that they would never do that, especially after Naruto RPG Beyond. Side note, that game was really fun as well, till it became pay to win. But that also depends on how you look at it. It wasn't necessarily pay to win, just paying to win was an option. You could work to get what you wanted, but you have to spend hours upon hours upon hours upon hours working for it, trying to get spins, just for someone who comes from a more wealthy area than you to buy it and get it 1 second later. Granted, in those situations, you still have to level up your powers and shit. At the end of the day, you're still going to end up getting outclassed. They bought it, they have more time to practice with it, so you're going to get absolutely smashed. Harder than Diddy at a Diddy party. Anyway, that's the end of my rant. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see more content like this, let me know. If you got any ideas about what I should talk about, feel free to let me know below. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I am out. Also, just real quick before the video ends, shout out my boy Swavo. He helped me with this video. He gave me the video idea as well. Shouts out to you. I appreciate you, fam. Anyway, I am out.
Pirates on the boat, 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 pirates on the boat.